So here is my custom Windcharger. I was actually in the mood to review something different, but I believe I mentioned in my last video that I was gonna take a look at this guy because he was part of how I created my custom Cliffjumper in my last video. They were basically head swaps on each other's mold. This was ARM's Micron Rumble head sculpt that I swapped with the Generations GDO Cliffjumper, and you have what you see before you. I haven't done much in this mode except for the head swap with a little bit of paint on the head and the Autobot symbol in between those chest plates. There's not much else to say about this. I'll point out that his head's on a ball joint, but it does not tilt because of the collar on the robot. So, you know, you can do everything that a ball joint can do, except for tilt his head. He's got swivel on the ball joint in the shoulders, swivel at the bicep, double hinge elbows, swivel at the wrists. Those also transform, which I'll show you in a second. He does have a ball joint at the hips and a mushroom peg joint inside his thigh, so he can swivel there. He has a single hinge at the knee that goes 90 degrees, and the feet are an unusual bunch, I guess, but Prime did it a few times where the ball joint is actually to the side of the foot, so you at least get a little tilt and stability if you need it. Again, I'm just going through this quickly just so you get the idea of this. I'm sure many of you have seen the Generations GDO or Transformers Prime first edition Cliffjumper transformed, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's get some size comparisons in here. Here he is with Trailbreaker, or you can call him Trail Cutter, whatever you're good with, and our fun little Cosmos. I just want to put these guys in there for scale since they're, you know, Generations figures, and you know, if you're interested in the mold size, you can see that you know, it fits in nice. They all look cool together, definitely. You can see that the light piping is great on those guys. Let me get rid of these two. I'm going to save you the boredom of watching a transformation. So I'm going to transform this guy, and I'll be right back. So there he is, all transformed. The major things I've done that's different here is I removed the little horns that Cliffjumper had. I think I'm going to sculpt a bucket out of plastic since the horns for Cliffjumper's head. And I'll put a bucket on there for Windcharger's head. The one thing I could not do in this custom was cover up the back window, as is very common with Windcharger, and I'll point that out here. This is the Scout mold that was done a few years earlier, or not even that long. But basically, you know, they're muscle cars, and I would have loved to cover up the back window, but because of the transformation, as you transform this guy, a big part of that is the trunk comes up on that window, so you cannot cover that window. So there's only so much I could do. And what I decided to do was send the black stripe from front to back. I was just going to do the back, but it really just wasn't enough. It didn't look cool enough to me. So I went right from front to back, and I stuck an Autobot symbol as I drop them. I stuck an Autobot symbol there. And that's my custom Windcharger. I think he looks pretty cool. I did notice a weird thing. He has exhaust pipes on the back and on the side. He has octuple exhaust. Ridiculous. Anyways. But you can see basically what I was aiming for was a Windcharger in deluxe form. I'll show a couple quick comparisons with this Windcharger. Let's get in tracks. And another common figure for most collectors to have, Generations tailgate. The odd thing about this Generations tailgate is that he is the new Windcharger. So this is now going to be painted in the Combiner War series as Windcharger. The only real difference is going to be that he has a new head sculpt and new paint. So, like I said, oh, you know what? I think they actually molded an engine up here too. So, that's again just for scale, so you can see how he scales up with some of your other generations if you needed it to. I think they look cool together. Tailgate, obviously, you know, doesn't really fit in with your deluxes, but I think they look really cool together. Now, this was, again, just a quick video. In the future, I'm going to be doing some neat new videos. I'll do a short video just to explain what I'm going to be doing, but it's things that really haven't been done on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed this quick look at my custom Windcharger. Oh, look, he rolls. I guess that's popular with reviews. He rolls on glass, so he rolls really well. Anyways, I'll leave you alone. Take care. Hope I see you soon. Bye now. I forgot to show you the arm transformation. All you have to do is open up this panel on his arm, flip the hand around, close her back up, and you have cannons. That's on both arms. But since this is Windcharger, these are magnetic thingamadoobs, whatever they're supposed to be.